Oh, what are you doing? Hi. It's been way too long. I apologise. I am absolutely shite at keeping up with things. But I should be back now. We're in a pandemic and I have way more time on my paws and on my hands than I should. And so I just thought I'd stop by and do all the things and just reiterate stuff and reorganise myself a little bit and essentially reintroduce myself. So hi! For those who reappear or re-stumble across my channel, my name is Hannah. This is my assistant's dog. This is Jake. He is a Jack Russell crossed with a poodle. And yes, he licks everything and loves everyone. And you will hear him in my videos, even if you don't see him, because he is loud. Yes, hello. Yes, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you a lot, doesn't I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And for those wondering, usually he does this a lot. So you will see him wander in and out of shots because I don't like to edit. Because usually I'm either lazy or I don't know how. You will also see me reach across because he likes me to throw his toys. This is... Actually, I don't know. I think this was part of a bone. But he likes me to throw it across the room. Now, I think since I last spoke to humans, or to you lot, I've moved. Now, I won't put a address out there or like anything personal out there because, hi, that's not great for things like this. But I will say it's a lot nicer area. I'm going to say I don't get bullied, but there is a dickhead that lives below me that's really irritating. And it's a lot quieter and calmer where we live now. We're closer to my parents, closer to my sister, who, if she allows me, I will do a video on. But I will have to think about that because, hi, she is also on the spectrum and may not enjoy that or may not understand that. And we're closer to things like the city centre and my dance class, which, for those who don't know, I dance every week. It's wonderful. It's great coordination practice. And it's really helpful for socialising, considering I don't do people very often. I get support every single day from a support company who's I won't talk about without permission because I haven't got permission from them yet. But if I can and when I do, I will get permission from them and I will do a video on them if I can. I've had their support for 4 years. Hang on, let me do math. 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021. 3. Almost 4. 4 in April 2022. I will get there. Math is not my favourite subject, if you can't tell. So I just thought I'd do, I guess, an update / a ramble / whatever else this turns into be, because it's me and that's how my channel realistically is, because I don't really like to edit and I don't always have the energy to do so. So, in terms of who I am, y'all can see my name. You're pretty obvious because I said that straight away. But there's quite a few complications to being myself. I was in care. I've been fostered. I've been adopted. I have a sister. I have 2 sisters and a brother. One of my sisters and my brother live with our birth mom, so I don't see them, but you will hear me mention their names. I don't see them. I don't see my mum either, but Molly and Ben are my brother and sister. Brinley is my sister and she lives independently, but she also was adopted with me. I am 28. I just turned 28. My birthday is November. I won't say anything else other than November. Jake, I didn't call him, but Jake is my autism assistance dog, but he is multi-purpose assistance dog. Excuse you. So he does several different things for me. Excuse me, but come. Or sit, as will do. Why are you barking? What's the matter? Do I need to test? Sorry. Realised that no one else might not be able to hear him, but if you did, he just barked. And he did it again, so I apologise, but I think he's telling me he's alerting to something and I'm not entirely sure what. So, 1 second, I'm going to test and see if it's my blood sugar he's alerting to. Because if it is, that should mean that he quietens down a bit. This is my backpack for those wondering. Test kit. I sewed a cat on. Yes, Jake, you can't eat it. For those wondering, that's what my test kit looks like. I stuck a cat sticker on it so that I knew which way up it went. But I've got no idea what my number is. This shelf behind me just holds random junk that I do need to sort through. But I'm going to test before I go any further with anything else, so please give me a second. Blood sugar, number tight, test strip. They're teeny tiny and I drop them everywhere. Put it in. Alcohol prep wipe. Choose a finger that hasn't been stabbed 50 times today. Wipe the finger, wipe the finger, wipe the finger. Oh, for those wondering, my diagnosis is not diabetes at all. It's not type 1 or type 2 or anything like that. It's a little more complicated. And right now it doesn't have a name. So we just go along with what the doctor told us, which is test blood sugar and make sure we don't go low, which is below a 4. And if I do go below 4, treat it like you treat which is literally a hypo, treat it as a hypo. However, my diagnosis is, I don't know the plural for diagnosis. If someone finds it out, please tell me, because I still don't know what it is, and it's been at least 18 years since I've had plural diagnosis. I've had several. I have autism, I have non-verbal learning disability, which does mean something else. It does mean something different. I do have a whole video on it somewhere. Oh dear! Oh dear! You okay? Right. Again, if I stop randomly and start talking, I promise I'm talking to my dog. He is right there. I have autism, I have NVLD, which is non-verbal learning disorder, I have ADHD, hypertonia, which is low muscle tone. I have hypothyroid, which is underactive thyroid. I will get that right. I get under and over muddled up slightly every single time. I have ADHD, I have asthma, which is severe asthma, which is why I've been told to shield during the pandemic. I have allergies, I have non-epileptic attack disorder, which is seizures, but just a really boring type of seizure, to be fair. I basically look like I'm daydreaming and not paying attention to anything, and I can't hear anything and go completely unresponsive and shake. It's not fun at all. I have functional neurological disorder, which is a subjective, not subjective. What is the word? It's not subjective. That's a very different word. My head goes very different places. Complicated, I guess, and complex amount of conditions that are just basically jumbled together to make functional neurological disorder. So I get things like headaches, I faint, I go dizzy, I shake, I have tremors, I have nausea, as all encapsulating to FND. I have fibromyalgia. Oh my gosh, Jake, what else do we have? I have borderline personality disorder. I have anxiety, depression. I have... I'm in the process of being tested for other things as well. So I'm in the process of being tested for EOE, which I can't say what it's called. EOE does stand for a diagnosis, but I can't say it. Just because I'm also dyslexic and I can't read it. I'm technically classed as developmentally delayed. Like, doctors, when I was a kid, classed me as developmentally delayed. I have motor coordination dysfunction disorder, which is the most boring disorder on the planet. It's to do with coordination, and my coordination is out of the way. It just doesn't exist half the time. I have Anything else mental health-wise? Do I have anything else? Well, it's not diagnosed, but like I hear voices and hallucinate and things like that, but that hasn't been fully diagnosed because like the GP was like, oh, we think you have this, and then I moved GPs and that never got sent over to this GP and it got complicated. I'm also under investigation as well for POTS and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and one more thing that I can't remember. But in terms of myself, I don't view myself as disability. Like, for me, disability never came first, because it never did. I mean, at school, I wasn't diagnosed with most of this up until my teenage years, until I was like 26, 27. So at school, it was very much just little girl, teenager first, that has difficulties, and then difficulties turn into disability when they're recognised as a disability. So I've never seen myself as being disability first, if that makes sense. But it's always been part of me. It's always been part of my identity. I don't make it all of me. Like, I don't make my disability my identity, if that makes sense. I do other things, like I love people, which is ironic because I don't enjoy communicating with people. I just like people. Very specific people, but I still like people. Love art and crafts. I love unicorns, as evidenced by my pyjama trousers. And these unicorns are really cool because they glow in the dark, and my backpack has unicorns all over it. I love animals. I love colouring. I love making jewellery. I love organising. I love wrapping presents and gifting people things. I love dancing. That's a big thing for me. Dancing is one of my favourite things in the whole entire world. And I love my dog and my family and my friends and, normal things like that. So that isn't all of me. Like, my disability isn't all of me at all. Again, I'm sorry this was a bit rambly. And I'm very aware that it's about to get even more rambly because what I actually have planned for this video is to show you what's inside my bright pink unicorn backpack, which I'm about to do. However, I need to do one thing. I need to take my meds before I go any further because my alarm buzzed at me, and because I was distracted, I didn't do it. So I will be 2 seconds while I take those. Right, I'm back. They don't taste great. So if you see me pulling stupid faces, it's because I'm still absorbing them because they don't taste the nicest. I do have a drink by me. I do have Dr. Pepper. Okay, let's get into this. Oh, my legs have gone to sleep. There's a rubbish bin right next to me for those wondering what that is. That is rubbish. It's not me being lazy. It is literally because I usually sit here and it's better and easier for me than faffing and getting up when I'm in pain. So actually, this is also one of the first things I pick out of my backpack. It's my test kit. It has my test kit in it, which I just showed you before I tested, but I made a cat out of some old felt I had and sewed a copy on each bit of floof. Excuse me. And this cat is one of my support workers' cats. It's made out the same colour that that cat is, which is why it's grey with blue eyes, because her cats are half ragdoll. Now this, oh gosh, oh it's heavy, it's my backpack. I got it off Amazon, for anyone wondering. I've got literally no idea where I got it off Amazon, but I just searched backpacks, kids backpacks. It's got a fluffy unicorn on the front of it, because I'm a child. I think I've actually shown this backpack before, probably a long time ago. and it was fine, like it was great. It's just a lot more's happened since I last showed that video, and I had to add a lot more things, and it was just like, let's restart. So on the front there's the unicorn. There's also this, I have no idea what this means. And then I've also sewn on some patches. So I've got my black patch that says, this bag contains medical equipment and medication inside, with the snake symbol, but slightly automatic EMS symbol that's on my bracelet as well. My medical alert bracelet has it on. That one, oh gosh, wrong way. That one has it on it. This one is my, the yellow one's my allergy bracelet. That's just a pretty one. I do actually have like allergies listed on my pretty one, my pink one as well. I'm going to start with the outside, I think. On the outside I have this pulley thing. I think it's for like fishing or something. But again, found it on Amazon. It just attaches my ear defenders to my bag so I don't lose them, because I need those. And then I have my EpiPen case. This is from Allermates, which is a website, and obviously on the inside of my EpiPen case you will find, that needs to go back in the freezer, that's just an ice pack, EpiPens, inhaler, loratadine, and spoon for loratadine, and tablets as well, like allergy tablets. I'm not showing you the back because the back has my information on it and I don't want that given to the world. But the very front, this very front pocket, I have also got, I've got the instructions to the EpiPen, and somewhere I've got my steroid emergency card as well, because for those who don't know, I do take steroids. Not through choice, but through medical necessity. Also on the side, that's like my zip, I have, because we're in the pandemic, hand sanitizers. They both smell nice. One is melon scented, and one is, actually I don't know, I think this just smells of alcohol. I don't think it has a scent, I just liked the prettiness, it was a rainbow. That's all for like the front of it, and like the front of it. Let me unzip, unzip, unzip. There's no on this bit, but that I think is for like your name and your phone number and like who you return this to. Oh my gosh, there's a lot more in this bag than I thought there was. This is for my Jakey. This is for when we're out and about. It's his bowls. He has two. He's looking at me because he thinks we're going out. We're not going out, sweet boy. They're his bowls. And then next to his bowls I've got the pencil case, which is a Diabetes Research Foundation pencil case that I got quite a long time ago. And in there I've just got pens and pencils and a pair of scissors and a rubber and what I think might be a ruler. I'm going to look because I don't know. Oh no, pens, pencil, ruler, got a sharpener in there. Basically essentials that I'd need during the day, like if I need to write a note or something. I've got a charger. There's a side pocket here. I don't think I can lift the bag to show you without dislocating myself, but I've got in this side pocket I literally have, what are you doing? A charger that has like 3 charging ports and a wire plug for it, you know, like, I don't know what you'd call them, like a port or something similar to that. Possibly, I'm not entirely sure. And then on the other side there's also another pocket that's very similar to it, but again oh hang on, there might be a way of doing this. Like that there is a pocket, but that's got like my passport in and stuff. So obviously I don't show you lot that because that's, again, private information. And then I have on the top, like on this very top bit, when the bag's zipped up, you don't see anything obviously because the bag's zipped up. But I have this case, which I've had for ages. It is technically a makeup bag case, but I don't use it for that. I don't really wear makeup. I use it to hold exactly what this keyring says, which is my sensory and seizure items. Is what that keyring says. Probably not very readable, but that's where all my sensory items live. In terms of like, if my support workers need to find something, or if I'm having a seizure and I need a sensory thing, because that's part of the treatment for helping ground me during my seizures, is like sensory items, and a lot of my sensory items live in there. Apart from the dog, obviously the dog does GPT and he is very helpful when I'm having a seizure, aren't you? Yes you are, you're very helpful. Stop licking the keyboard, that's gross. And then I have another little bag. You can sniff this one, that's no problem. Hello. And in this little bag I have no idea where I got it from because I didn't get it. My mummy got it me quite a while ago, I think, when she went away. I have, like, I guess you could call them, it's an emergency kit is what I call it. I have a little cream. I'm covering the handle because it's a prescribed thing, so I don't really want people seeing that sort of stuff. But it's cream, body cream, deodorant, just a miniature version, which is Nivea Pearl and Beauty, for those wondering, because I don't do normal apparently even when it comes to bloody deodorant. I have a few hair grips that are just Boots ones that were a couple of quid when I was last in there. I have a lighter to sort out the frayed lines on things like coats and collars and his jacket and stuff. I have, oh gosh, dry shampoo, because who would be a girl without it? I can't leave my house without it because I've got a chronic illness and it's about 20 times easier to use dry shampoo than it is to actually dry my hair or wash my hair. Hair ties, Jake, you can't eat them. I know they look tasty but they're not food. Yeah, he does try and eat everything, which is partly irritating because he's a Jack Russell, but I know he doesn't get everything. He's got his own pile of toys that he never wants to play with because he wants to play with everything that I'm playing with. And also airbrush. For those who are seeing me look down, it's because an Instagram notification just popped up, so yes, I look a bit stupid, but I'm reading it, so I apologise. I keep also in this big compartment a spare outfit, which I won't get out for you, but it's basically a pair of trousers, t-shirt and socks and underwear, because I have no idea when my body is going to decide to fail on me and I'd rather be prepared. In all honesty, that's just the way my body works sometimes. And then I have this, which, as it states, has my meds inside of it, and also a little medical jewellery alert bracelet from, again, Allermates. In fact, both of these things are from Allermates. I also have on the side of it medical alert. I carry a card with the emergency information on it. And in here, I like this case because it came with a crossbody strap as well, which I use on a different case, but it does the job because it just goes in my backpack. And in here I have meds galore. The thing at the bottom is my aero chamber, and then inhaler. This is allergy stuff, so Piriton, spoon and nasal spray. This is, what are you, oral morphine, because I get in a shit ton of pain and oral morphine is very nice when you're in a shit ton of pain. anti-sickness meds because they're life when you feel like you're going to throw up every 5 minutes. And I mean, bearing in mind these are just like emergency, they're not what I do take some of them every day, but they're not what I take every day. I also carry around this, which is a rescue balm it isn't a prescription, it's just something I find really helpful. I got it from Asda, and it says Nightly's Adventures by Samantha Ferries. I have probably butchered that name, but oh well. It's oat and chamomile. It smells really nice, and I put it on my lips quite a lot because my lips get really dry. Or I use it on like my hands as well and things. Obviously when they're clean. I do not put them on my hands when my hands are dirty because that'd be rank. But when my hands are clean, I put it on my hands as well. It's really soothing. And I think that's it. For in here at least. Oh yeah, and like some Monty Lucas tablets that I can't physically get to because they're on the inside of this. Like there's a pocket there and they're inside that, and I don't have the coordination to get to that on my own. But that's all that's in there. And then, excuse me, on the other side this pocket opens. It's really good. It comes with an insert, but I don't use the insert because it's an American company, so they have all of those like insurance information card little slot things, and I don't use those because I don't live in America. But I slotted in my emergency ID card, and I also slotted in a copy of my continuous steroids cover card that I need because it just alerts people to the fact that I need continuous steroids rather than my behaviour being contributed to something else, because it isn't, it's just being awkward. And this is magnetised, which is really cool. This front little pocket is magnetised, and I've got a card in that I'm just going to turn around but on this card it has my name and if found please contact, and then my number, just in case anyone finds it they can return it, because it's kind of got important meds inside of that and I need them. That's what's in the front of it. I always forget how hard it is to repack this bag. This is why I don't do videos like this very often. And then we put me sensory items. Thankfully not a lot of people go in my backpack. Like, it is very rare that a lot of people go in this. It just tends to be me, Jakey if he's instructed to, and support workers, and they all have permission anyway. Jake's bowls, and my test kit goes right on the top. And then it's lovely because this bag does open all the way down. So like, I guess it's like a changing mat, but it isn't, but like it can open all the way down if needs be. I really struggle with zipping, so. But like, the zips stop there, so like it can unzip all the way down on both sides. But I would never have it zipped all the way down unless like I was literally going somewhere that needed it, say like an airport or something. And I like the padding on the shoulders, especially because when I'm in a lot of pain, a backpack is my first choice anyway, but when I'm in a lot of pain, having a backpack with padding is really useful. And the chest clip means that if I've got like extra crap I need to stick onto it, like I often put my water bottle onto it, which at the moment I can't because it's by my bed, because I had very, very weird headache last night that I couldn't get rid of. So I drank a lot of water and I need to refill my water bottle. And I have no idea why I had a headache. It's gone now, it's fine. But I do strap my water bottle onto my bag quite a lot because it's easier than putting it inside the bag where there's a lot of other things. Now onto the pretty pocket, which is the unicorn, which is also, it's furry, which is also why I didn't put anything on it. Like, I didn't stick any of the badges or what have you on the unicorn because I like soft things and it's quite a tactile thing for me. But this is nice. It literally just, you unzip it. On the zip I do have, it's an ID card from one of my bags that I got for medication. Again, I'm just covering up personal details. There's a picture of me on the front of it. And then on the back is details to what to do in emergency. So it's just because a lot of my conditions don't need treatment as such, or like emergency treatment. They're just ones that people need to know about. I've just put the ones on here that need treatment, plus a list of my current diagnoses, so that people, if they find me and Jake, they don't, cause issues. But I've put all my current diagnoses, and then the fact in pink writing that I wear a medical alert bracelet, and then the ones that need treating, which are my seizures, my asthma, my allergies, and anaphylaxis. So if people find me, they'll look for this ID first. They'll probably look at this first because it dangles off my bag, and then look at risk because the EMTs and paramedics are trained to look for medical alerts. So they'll probably look at both, which is actually going to give them more information than just say a simple, like a bracelet, because my bracelet does say wallet card as well. Let's look and see what's in the front of here. Is it all the way down? It is all the way down, so why does it feel like it's not? There we go. So I have a Jakey emergency kit. Yes, it's in 2 bags, but it works. He's got some shoes. He's got, for those wondering, this little brown bottle is the bottle's clear, but the stuff inside of it's brown. It's just some calming food stuff that you spray on his food to calm him down a little bit, and a little measuring cup for the stuff, and his meds, if we're going to be out longer than necessary, will go in here in the box because I don't trust them not to. And then I've got my purse that has the usual shit in it to do with being myself. Another copy of my emergency ID. They say the same thing, they're just important, and I prefer to have 2 than none. My medical alert card that has other important information on it, my steroid emergency card. I don't know what card that is. I think that purple one might be Nectar. I've got my I have epilepsy card because it tells them how to treat me, and my vaccine card because hi, we're in a pandemic and that's kind of important. It's kind of necessary that people know you're vaccinated. I also have Jake's care card and what I think might be my autism alert card. Obviously, I can't self-travel, so for me, it's not necessarily a case of people need to be aware that I'm disabled. It's more of a case that if I get lost or overwhelmed, I've got a thing to show that's like, this is why I behave the way I do. Because my flapping, humming, jumping can be a bit overwhelming to people. And I'm okay with that. I also carry a lanyard that has other important cards on it that I use on a daily basis. So you won't see that today because that's somewhere else in this house, but still, it does exist. This is action plans that realistically should be in my meds bag, but they didn't have room, and it's more noticeable when it's outside of my bag. I also have another copy of my steroid emergency card on the back of it. More masks, because you have to wear them. I mean, I am exempt, but I still prefer to wear one. I have no idea what these are. Oh, that's a meal, like a meal card, like telling the chef, please don't feed me this, I don't want to get sick. Essentially, that's what that is. This is a card that tells people Thank you for your interest in my assistance dog, but I can't talk right now and he is working hard to keep me calm. Please do not talk to him, because the amount of questions you get, or the amount of idiots I get that pet him without reading his coat, drives me insane. Like, don't touch my assistance dog without my bloody permission. How hard is that to understand? Obviously, I'm more polite when it comes to people. I promise. I just sound like a dick when I'm angry and tired, which I both am at the moment because it's 25 to 11 at night in the UK and I haven't slept yet. So I'm apologising. I probably sound like a dick. My blue badge and the manual that comes with it, because I figured at least if I've got one, I can prove that the other one exists, because you don't get one without the other. And then the rest of it is just random. Passport, which I have no idea if it goes out of date yet or not. I'm going to check that while I've still got my brain. No, 24. It's got another 2 years. This is a torch that I use when I'm walking the dog home at night or late, or when it's dark. I mean, it gets dark by 4 o'clock here in England at the moment because it's winter. So having a little torch that's portable is quite useful. And this is a Help Me Talk to You card that I use if I'm out alone or like whatever else. Again, my hand is covering up personal details. But it's part of the Learning Disability Partnership here in England. And it just has a please help me understand and a please listen to me section. And also it has a Sheffield, you can use it in the Sheffield safe places. So like, for me that's the interchange, that's certain shops, that's cinemas, that's my support company's office, I think. Like, they do have a little symbol as well that tells people we are a Sheffield safe space where you can use this card, which I haven't had to do yet, thankfully. And lastly, very lastly, I have this picture. Yes, I'm fully aware it's random, but this picture is a picture of my previous support workers before she left, Cats, because I love them and I was really upset that she was leaving. This is Ripley and this is Muriel. And yes, I laughed my head off because if you look closely, Muriel is touching Ripley's butt and Ripley's like, "What are you doing to me?" He's really unimpressed. And yes, I laughed my head off at that because I'm a child. Not in age, but in my head. I think that's everything. Let me just check. Oh, it's got like side pockets too. Like 2 very bendable side pockets. That's not a word, but I know what I mean. Oh, and apparently there's something in this one. What's in this one? Let's see. What's in this one? Oh, there's things in this one. Copy of a steroid emergency card. I clearly have quite a few of those. Just because I lose everything and it's safer to have one than not. This is a Jakey calming spray. And another hand sanitizer. I keep the weirdest stuff in my bag. Like, honestly, I generally wonder why I have a bag, and then I remember I carry all sorts of crap around with me. It's probably a good thing I have a bag that's like this, I think. Oh, he's got 2 copies of the same spray. That's Jake's spray. There's something right at the bottom. Ah, lip gloss. No. What are you? Lip shine? Something? What on earth is this? It's Nivea something, but I'm not entirely sure what. I think it might be just lip balm or something. It's brand new, so it's not like it's been in there years. It's just I can't see a label to tell me what it is. It just says Nivea Pearly Shine on it. So I will have to figure that out before I use it. But yes, that is officially now what was all in my bag. I have literally no idea how I'm going to recarry all of this because I need to repack it. But that's all that was in my bag. And that's all that I'm carrying at the moment to help me manage my conditions and manage the dog. That sounds really bad because he doesn't really need managing, but like deal with the dog and like dog incidents that might happen. And like deal with humans if they annoy the heck out of me, and that's being polite. And usually there's a water bottle as well, but and like a hypo treatment, which is usually Dr. Pepper because that's my favourite. However, that is everything that's in my bag. It is now almost 11 at night. It's 11:15. I apologise that was so long, but I figured at least if I do both in one go, I get a proper video and not just a rambly one. And everyone will get to reintroduce me, which is quite useful, and the dog, obviously. Thank you for those who actually stayed till the end of this, and I will hopefully see you all very, very, very soon and not forget about my channel again, because that's what happened. Thanks for watching. You gonna say bye-bye, Jake? Hey. Bye.